Buen dia, Papa Fuerte here, Strongdad here. How's everybody doing? I'm chugging right along here. This is going to be my 5th reaction video to the warning. This one is coming as a request. So when I kind of hinted that I was going to be doing some unique twists, which the previous 4 have been fairly unique, I got a message from Dave, one of my subscribers on YouTube, asking me to do a reaction to this video. So he said that there's just some unique stuff that goes on during this song. Now, I've heard the song. It's definitely one of my favorite songs, for sure. Probably my favorite from Queen of the Murder Scene title track, Queen of the Murder Scene. But we're gonna go ahead, we are going to do a reaction. He said just crank it. Let me take a look. He said just crank it and enjoy the twist. So I wonder what that means, but I'm sure you guys probably already know what's up with this video. Let's go ahead. This is a live, I'm gonna not pronounce it right, Rock al Parque, Rock al Parque, yeah, butchering it, back in 2019, so 3 years ago, live video at a festival. So let's go ahead, and I've got my AirPods on full, and I'm going to see if I can find what's unique about this song.
You don't really wanna be like me, a fragmentation of being complete. You don't really wanna understand what it's like to have blood on your face. You don't deserve the throne that crown is mine, and I really don't want to resign. You don't really wanna lose the fear, let it try and disappear my fear.
First of all, this song has such an amazing groove to it, such great hooks and riffs. Now, the first time that I heard it, when I was listening to the album that they sent us patrons, is, and I've never actually seen a video, by the way, of Queen of the Murder Scene. Well, actually, that is a lie, and I don't like lying. When they did the Monterrey show, I took a lot of clips from this song. So I have seen it live. So this is not a first time reaction. This is more going to be just a unique reaction. But the first time that I heard the song, I was like, what in the heck are they saying right there? Is it Spanish? And they give you lyrics with the songs that they send, with the actual MP3s or MP4s that they send. And it said Korosu. And I'm like, Korosu? And I looked it up, and it's Japanese. So the old anime effect going in with POW writing. Korosu means to kill, which fits perfect with this concept album, with this song. So menacing. Korosu, korosu, koro, koro. I love it. But this song has such a groove to it. Don't you guys agree? Let's go back just a little bit and hear some of that korosu.
Come on, see. Wanna destroy ya. Open your eyes, cause you can't even see the facts. And I just can't be controlled by anything but her. Let's see you try. I'm a machine or in motion. A person seems so long a queen. You can't always tell the mortal mind. And this doesn't apply to me.
Okay. I was sitting there watching the video and I was like, there's nothing unique going on. What in the world? I get it. So what's happening is those are common. Those are called whisper tracks. And I don't know if it's probably Pau actually recording those, or sometimes maybe she'll even do it live. But I even remember when we were recording some of our first songs, even the producer wanted me to do some of the verses or the chorus with whispering, and I'm like, what in the world? And he's like, no, it adds, it can add to your vocals. It can add to like the bringing out almost like an edge to your vocals, or it's common. When I'm like, what in the world they're talking about? He said, I want you to listen to the Doors, Riders in the Storm. And he said that's one of the first times that he heard that effect put into play, where Jim Morrison actually whispered as he whispered a track and then he sang. And I did that night. I went home and I pulled it up and listened to it. Lo and behold, there it was, and it really added a great element, almost like a thrilling element to the vocals. So that is definitely what's going on here. I'm interested. I'm going to take a teeny break. You guys won't notice it. I'm going to see if I can find the vlog to this. See if it's public. If it's public, I'll play it and see if they mention this at all. But I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, so the vlog is there, and it's not public, it's just for patron members. But that's exactly what this is. Pao talked about the whisper tracks. They were way too loud, and apparently this was not a problem just for them. That this is something that even happened to a lot of the other bands that played. This is a festival. And Pal said a lot of times, sorry, you will see her singing or mouthing the words as she's playing the drums when there's no backup vocals. She said a lot of times that's what she's doing. And she did a really good representation of her doing whisper backups. And it sounded great. It had that eerie effect. Now, these sounded like they were actually tracks. The only reason I say that is how abrupt it cut off there at the end. But let's go ahead and listen to just a little bit of those whisper tracks now that we know what's going on. And I definitely recommend you go and listen to The Doors and Riders of the Storm, just to hear exactly what we're talking about. Still sounds good.
Destroy me. Open your eyes, cause you can see the fact that I just gotta be controlled by anything but to see you try. I'm a machine. And it doesn't apply to me.
That was pretty awesome, pretty unique. Still, such an amazing song. One of my favorite songs by The Warning. One of my favorite leads by Danny. Very tasty. And the song just has a groove through the whole thing. But very unique. Maybe you learned something a little bit. I know a lot of people have not heard about whisper tracks, but they are very, very common. So fantastic. Now this is number 5 of the Warning videos that I have done back to back to back to back. Now I do promise some of you, like Mad Dog and Juan, wanted me to do Take Me Down. That is going to be my next reaction. I do intend on doing a really good reaction to that coming up. It won't be next. I am going to be doing some Dimash and some Angelina Jordan coming up. But anyways, this was fun. This was a fun little dive into some of the unique portions of the Warning Live. And let me know what you all think. Let me know if I should keep going and doing my own unique little take on videos and concerts, or if you want me to just stick to the vanilla live shows that sound perfect, as they almost always do. With that said, thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Stay strong out there. You guys be safe and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.